Hey loves, and welcome back to Lynn's Place, where we talk about faith, identity, womanhood, and the quiet work of becoming. And today, this one feels different. Because this isn't just another episode. This is a closing. And if I'm honest, I'm not the same woman that started the season. But welcome to episode 12, the season finale of Lynn's Place. When I think back to the beginning, I was still figuring things out, still questioning, still holding on to certain versions of myself, still trying to understand what God was doing in me. There were moments where my faith felt distant, moments where my identity felt unclear, moments where I was trying to hold everything together while quietly falling apart inside. And then came the awareness, the burnout, the realization, the shift. I started seeing things differently. I started feeling things differently. I started recognizing I couldn't stay the same. Like something in my life really did come to an end. Not loudly, not dramatically, but quietly. There are parts of me that I know I will never return to. Ways of thinking, ways of coping, ways of abandoning myself that I can't unsee anymore. And I can feel that. I can feel the weight of what I've outgrown. This season stretched me in ways I didn't expect. It challenged how I saw myself. It challenged how I showed up. It challenged what I thought I needed to hold on to. And I had to let go. Let go of the version of me that survived, but couldn't come with me. I had to learn how to be seen, even when I wasn't fully healed. I had to accept that I've outgrown parts of my life that once felt like home. And none of that was easy, but it was necessary. But at the same time, I'm standing in the version of my life that still feels unfamiliar. Not wrong, just new. And I don't fully know how to exist here yet. I don't know who I am in this space yet. Not fully anyway. And for the first time, I'm not trying to rush to figure it out. If I'm being honest, what changed this season wasn't my circumstances. It wasn't that everything got easier. It wasn't that my thoughts disappeared. It wasn't that I stopped having hard days. What changed was me. I stayed. And I don't think people understand how hard that actually is. To stay with yourself when your mind is telling you to run. When you don't recognize who you are in the mirror. To stay with yourself even when everything in you wants relief. Wants clarity. Wants to feel better right now. Because leaving yourself is easy. We do it in small ways. We overthink. We shut down. We distract ourselves. We question everything about who we are. We turn moments into identities. And I used to do that. Every time something felt off, I made it mean that something was wrong with me. But this time I didn't. Even on the days where I felt like I wasn't becoming anything, I stayed. Even on the days my minds tried to convince me I was going backwards, I stayed. And that is what changed everything. Becoming was never about becoming someone new. It was about finally being able to stay with who you are already without turning against her. And where I am now, I'm not perfect. I don't have everything figured out. I still have moments where I question myself, where I feel stretched, where I feel uncertain, but I'm different. I'm more honest, more aware, more aligned. I'm more intentional with how I show up. I'm more protective of my peace. I'm more willing to use my voice. And the biggest shift is that I trust God differently now. I don't have all the answers, but I trust the one who's leading me. He didn't bring me through all of this so I could arrive perfect. He brought me here so I can learn how to stay. Stay when I don't feel him. Stay when I don't feel strong. Stay when I don't feel clear. Even in the stretching, I'm growing. Even in the moments where I don't fully understand, there's purpose. Because he never left me. Even when I didn't feel it. Even when I questioned everything. Even when I didn't recognize myself. That part we don't always stop to acknowledge. We're so focused on where we're trying to go, we forget to recognize how far we've already come. We have to celebrate the small victories. There were things in this season that you faced. Things you avoided. Things you carried quietly. Things you didn't even realize were shaping you. And even when it felt messy, even when it felt slow, even when it didn't feel like progress at all, you were still growing. You were still becoming. And before you rush into that next season, sit here with it. Because this version of you deserves to be acknowledged. Which is why, where I am now, I'm no longer shrinking. I'm no longer hiding. I'm no longer apologizing for becoming. I'm choosing to show up. I'm choosing to trust God. I'm choosing to move forward, even when I don't have it all figured out. Because I've realized something. I don't need to be fully finished to fully show up. And if you've been on this journey with me, if you've been listening, reflecting, feeling this season in your own life, I want you to know something. You're not the same either. Even if it doesn't feel dramatic, even if it doesn't feel complete, you've shifted. So here is my quiet question for you. What would your life look like if you stopped turning your hardest moments into proof that something is wrong with you and instead stay with yourself through them? And once you stick with yourself and stay with yourself in that moment, will you truly be ready to step fully into who you're becoming? Not when it's perfect, not when it's easy, but now. And this is what I want you guys to carry with you. To the woman who stayed, who listened, who reflected, who saw pieces of herself in these conversations. You made it through this version of you. You're in a space that doesn't have clear edges yet. A space where something has ended, but something else has not fully formed. And that kind of space can make you feel lost if you don't understand it. But you're not lost. You're in transition. And the most important thing you can do here is not find answers. It's not rush clarity. It's not force yourself into the next version of who you think you should be. It's to stay. Stay with yourself when it's unfamiliar. Stay with yourself when your mind gets loud. Stay with yourself when you don't feel like who you thought you would be now. Because the version of you you're becoming, she's not waiting for you at the end of this. She's being formed in the moments you choose not to leave. So don't rush this. Don't turn this into something you need to fix. Don't turn this into something is wrong with you. You're allowed to be in the middle of something that doesn't make sense yet and still be okay. If you don't take anything else from this season, take this. You don't have to become someone else to finally feel at peace. You just have to stop leaving the version of you that's already here. Thank you for being here with me through every moment of the season. This is the end of season 1, but not the end of becoming. And as always, you're still becoming. I didn't become perfect. I didn't arrive. I didn't figure everything out. But I did something I've never done before. I stayed. And maybe that's what changed everything. Not that my life became easier, but that I stopped leaving myself when it didn't. And this time, we didn't.